Rastafarian, originated from the island. Rastafarian, they call me awesome because I'm made to be screwed with iron. They call me awesome, so the single lady's caution. They call me awesome because I'm made to be screwed with iron. They call me awesome, so the single lady's caution. They call me awesome. All the girls I like all down and town. Even though she take him down, I never even have to play in town. They call me awesome because I need to be screwed around. They call me awesome, so the single ladies caution. I like to dance around. My life is so profound. You could possibly tell who just really frown. I don't know. Her body potential was found. I can see why you can see me with my hands down. Think I have to go give her a crown. When I told her all she did was smile movie. I think she wanted me in the movie. Because she cute into her sexy. She got me thinking she could fill out a survey. Because of my humility. Now I'm in the ocean, I see the mermaid. Black dragon teeth of love, what you say? Pick up a new have to make a baby. Now, I love to drink coconut, what's up? Even though we do the strength and dick, yes. No, I got to jumping off the ground. She let me from my time rhythm and sound. I believe she loved a Jamaican song. She looked pretty up in that phone. I call her baby the Amazon. She asked me where all this is coming from. I tell her the Vegas we hired them. Now we smoking weed under the sun. She said that the way can come, make it come on, don't need a flex and it fun. Yeah, I was fun. Feeling for passion, no after. A hand for snapper. Jiggling cheeks like feet attacked them. Cause I'm made to be scuba diving. Pulling in the loaded mind, yeah. But I'm fierce like a tiger. They call me awesome because I'm made to be scuba diving. They call me awesome, so she go in discussion. They call me awesome because I'm made to be scuba diving. They call me awesome, so she go in discussion.
Hello, everybody that's out there in the YouTube universe. It's just your humble, Rastafarian from the islands. Pulling mermaids to be loved and admired, but he's fierce like a tiger. I'm made to be scuba diving. Once again, I'm gonna keep it all the way straight. All you gotta do is tune in and peep, hit subscribe and the bell if you like me. We're talking about relationships, and I meet all types of people. And it's cool, And I'm a type of person. Uh, I kiss and don't tell, which means I don't tell people who the person that I'm talking about or the friend that I'm talking about. But anyway, um, talking about relationships, we're talking about how some people in life may have to accept some of the how do I say inequalities that they find themselves around. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I was talking to somebody, and the person I was talking to, they've been in and out of relationships, baby daddies and stuff like that. So, I was basically letting them know, like, their best bet is to try to get back with the last baby daddy. But I didn't know that the person, you know, um, she had a stepdad for the kids that so that kind of blew me for a loop, and I'm like, well, okay. Then they told me that the person, whoever this person is, um bought them a house, did everything they can. And I said, well, okay, so that means y'all together. Y'all living with each other, right? And that was my answer. And she replied, no, she just stays in the house. He just bought the house just for her. So I'm like, wait, hold on. Are you telling me so whoever it is, just step up your game and claim her to be your woman, man? Because to me, I wouldn't be going through that much trouble. You don't hear me though. That much trouble for nothing. And she even said it herself. She was like, I don't know what's going on. And he's I've been asking him. Whoop. I said, man, to tell you the truth, it's a lost cause. So he's not looking at her as his main thing. He's just probably doing his thing, and whatever the case might be, it is. But to me, like I said, for the fellas, if you're gonna go do all of that, you may well just be with her. If you're not, then why waste your time? Just saying, like, doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it doesn't. You know, time is a precious thing on both sides, not just for a man, but also women. You know what I mean? And we both share that. So if she's not trying to share the time, or the person that the woman is dealing with, talking to, is not sharing the time, then it's best to just move on, because at the end of the day, it's not going to be a healthy relationship. And that's the first time, I mean, that's the first sign of contamination in a relationship. Why? Because as a couple, man and woman need to be in the house. It's a problem when one person don't want to. That's when the problem happens. Like, it's almost like, they're just there to just get something good out of the person, Like, it's not, how would I say, it's not built for the long run. It's a short-term thing. That's exactly what it is. Um, because the person don't want to live with that person. If you got the money, especially too. So that right there off top is some of the things that you know should be applied, because like I told her, it's just straight up real talk. Like, some people got to step up. If you're not going to step up, why waste your time? We're all going to at some point get old. God gives the many moons to see. I tell y'all all the time, it takes a village to raise one person, but it takes a lifetime to get to know them. I've gotten older to where I don't want to be hurting. You understand? So, in that feel of being complete with your mate, is not to feel like you don't need to be around them. Because some people feel like they got long-term relationships. That doesn't exist. Just letting you know now. You be one of those people that believe in long distance relationships, that shit don't exist. I'm telling you, that is mess that you don't need to listen to. You know, to me, like I said, just focus on the grind. The grind will be a long term relationship. If no one's willing to be in a long term relationship, it's no use to dealing with them. Literally, like you can have your fun with somebody who wants to be there for the long run. Does that make sense? I know it rhymes, but it's the truth. You know, I'm not lying. Like, I mean, it rhymes, but it's not a lie. It's all about time. It's all about time. It's all about time. So you don't want to find yourself where someone wants to play house with you. No, you need somebody that's for real about being in that house with you. Or you just be alone and you have many years to waste. You have opportunities that you squandered that other, for women, for just speaking in generally, because I'm a man and I date women. For you women out there, you wonder why you're older or you're in your 40s, your 30s, whatever the case may be. You have to think what you need to learn when you in your 20s go rolling up to your 35. Why? Because you need to understand how to keep a man. And I mean the man that you need. See, it's okay to disagree with your lover. Anybody can disagree. But only if the rules are implemented between the two. If she knows a role, then great. Because how I think, I can only speak for me as a man. I know my role. That's to be a lover and a breeder. I don't question that. Some people question why they're here. No, that's not how the Lord created every last tribe that's on the planet. You understand? And if you're on my channel, just hit the like and subscribe. But, you know, you would think it's not something else. It's not what mere thought is. It's just rules that were implemented since mankind was created with man and woman. It's just simple as that. There's a lot of other things that is said, in the old in old different cultures. But at the end of the day, that's the simplest thing you can get. That's why it's male and female gender. It's male was created first to be what? Fruitful, to plant the seed in a woman who was the seed carrier. I know this. And she has to be what? Fruitful. That means grow, let the seed grow within her and multiply that. Not to sit back and ask, well, why? No, that ain't how it goes for the roster man. No, no. I just do the things that are very simple. And the last thing I want to do is, confuse myself with so much things that ain't applied to what life is all about. You know, that's it. And as people, I know why you're here. Straight up. I know why I'm here. I'm not, it's not a gimmick or anything of that nature. I know what time it is. I'm not gonna act like I don't know or I know. But at the end of the day, I am careful on where I plant my seeds as well. Because some women out there in the world are contaminated. You know who they are. Say no names, but they know who they are. So why should a man of my standard just go out and plant his seed? Now, if she shows purity, that's a different story. You see, because I'm smart enough to have my fun and tip her right back in the sea and go pull another one because there's no reason for me to be wasting any time with anybody that don't know who the hell they are. We can have fun. I mean, anybody can disagree with me, and that's fine. 'Cause anybody, it takes a village once again to raise one person, but it take a lifetime to get to know them. Since I've been getting older, I don't want to be hurting. That's how I look at it, and that's just the truth of it. That is the hardcore truth of what can go on when you're looking for stuff like that. you know, and there's a lot to say to what I've learned since a youngin, and realizing that things in the world can, you just got to figure things out. You got to look at it and figure it out yourself. I figured it out. I used, like I told you, therapy key points in my life and realized what type of person that I need and implement the rules from the beginning of time since mankind to understand the grind. I mean, once again, everybody feels a certain way about what they want to do in life, and then once again, you have a free will to do what you want. Don't get it twisted, okay? You have a free will to do whatever you want, but I am telling you what I'm doing. And my thoughts are towards the beginning of time and how that was made and put together with men and women. That's it. It doesn't matter what tribe you're from, part of the chocolate tribe or any tribe, you know. You just gotta know what it is. And I like being me. Like I feel like it's a lot to learn in life. No one can learn all. Like even me, I don't know all. I just know certain key points when it comes down to dating, you know. And I try to explore that with people, open mind people like myself. And conversations can be learned between a group of people or just two people. Like I said, it is a race to understanding who you are. That's it. You don't want to get you know, you don't want to get to the point where you don't know what you're here for. Like some people still don't. Like, I know I ask people that, like, and then what's the most, like, doing the most important thing on the planet to you? I might ask a lot of different questions, but it's not to be a pest or anything. It's just to figure out what type of mindset that I'm talking to. That's it. If I'm going with a woman and I'm dating per se, right? I just meet her, whatever. eh, it's an interview. When you meet somebody, it's like an interview. It's your interview, it's her interview, you know. So you need to know what to say, how to say it, and let it. It say some things. Yeah, it say some things that you may need to. You may need to. You know, discover. So with that being said, like I said, I strategically think, how should I move in these streets? How should I be noticed? And for my lover, which will be a woman that I choose, the right one as well, like I said, I can have my fun, but that doesn't mean that it's worth keeping. So, um, it's just to learn the person that you're with, learn what you need in life, and want. So you want, be older, wondering what the hell you're doing. Some people in relationships, they be like, damn, they don't even know how they got in it, but they did it. If you're in a relationship and it's worth keeping, keep it. If it doesn't resemble any abuse physically or mentally, then keep it. If there's some things you can work on, maybe go to group therapy, do it. But women have to understand this. When they do have kids and go in and out of relationships and they decide to settle down afterwards and they're older, I'm just letting you know right now, the dating market is an abysmal of things that happens in the dating market, where some people can find things, and just because you may think no one never knows what's going to happen next. So it's almost like um, an experiment that can go wrong at any time when you're in the dating market. You just never know. Person that you're talking to, um, or you're trying to talk to, you just never know. People can flip out at any moment. You just never know. And when you actually know somebody, it's like I said, if it's not to dire need of those merits, then yeah, just leave it alone. Leave it alone, fam, because at the end of the day, it's like, what more do you need? You're trying to get better and grow like a seed. And the only way to do that is to be properly what? Have nutrients and the things that you need. The nutrients for us is chemistry with your lover, your mate. Find that type of chemistry, learn it. Like I was saying earlier, you do not want to repeat a cycle of dysfunction. We all face trauma, but learn how to build from that. Whether you face trauma when you were young, whether you face trauma, whatever, it don't matter what age you faced it. Learn how to not reflect it. That's how you grow from it. And your lover, your mate, can understand you more. And don't hide nothing either, because some people, they want to hide some of their issues. But if you really love somebody, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't hide what's deep inside. Once again, open your eyes. Hit like and subscribe. I do this. But I like bringing people together. I feel like the unity in not just my music that you hear, that's my music. It's not it's mine. I've written it, everything from everything you hear, and people come together, and it's to me, it's quite sad to when you have people who talk lost talk all the time. You want to talk lost talk. Oh, well, this didn't happen or that didn't happen, and it's like, well, I can't really relate because I don't do lost talk. I find solutions to the issues. That's it. I don't cry about it. I just dust myself off and try again. Great words of Aaliyah. God rest her soul, but that's the truth. Like, I don't just give up. Like, some people give up on everything, and it's like, oh no, you're living in fear, my dear. You don't need that. You need to be, you need to persevere and and figure it out, because time is it's against anybody who's living, seeing, well-being, and everything else. So you got to really like put your best foot forward, you know, and that's just how it is, you know. And I'm telling you, like, since I've been learning formats and ways to express my issues and relationships and problems, I don't really sugarcoat nothing. I just tell it like it is. And hopefully people who are out there who, are, who probably need to hear this, probably, you know, going through an issue similar to what I was talking about earlier. Point is the help is out there. Remember, it takes a village to raise one person. It takes a lifetime to get to know them. I got older, so I'm developing not to be hurt. You know, I'm starting to realize that, hey, you can take things, learn from it, build on it, and then conquer your mistakes. You don't have to be a repeater of mistakes, but you also got to know one thing. you know, Life is unforgiving, which means no one's going to feel sorry for anybody, whether they're in and out of relationships, whether they keep one a very long time and it goes bad, whatever the case may be. Life doesn't feel sorry for nobody. So if you don't learn for your own and figure this out, then it's going to be tough. It's going to be tougher. The dating markets is already tough, but it's going to be even tougher. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to know what to look for. You ain't going to know how to assert yourself so you can be kept. Like I said, there's three things that I love so much that a woman can do. That's staying fit, because I'm in shape. Be real with you, I like the have I like to look just like she should like to look at me, right? That's one. And two, knowing what family is, because I'm a very family type of guy. I love family, like cooking, camping, fishing, hell, I play a little ball and stuff, and hoop a little bit, and I just like around just being around family. If I'm not at work and I get a day off or something, and the kids is at home with us, yeah, that's the type of cool looking life right there. Okay, so you got that in going out, that going out with family, going places, events, having a good time. So that is included with me. And three, being feminine, what a woman has a born entity to do. It's not hard to do, and it's a beautiful thing, because some people don't understand how great that is when a woman has that intact. I tell a woman in a minute, these are the three things that can keep me. Of course, being loyal, you know, but I'm gonna add that to the family, because the loyal, once you're with somebody, your family becomes their family becomes your family. It's like the Brady Bunch. If you got kids, or if you don't, then if they got kids, automatically you're joined. If that's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, it's like the Rastaman say, you gotta learn in your own way. You know. And once again, many love to anybody who's out there in the world in the dating market like me. Hats off to you. Also, just like I said, keep your mind focused because the dating market is a rough place. It truly is. So you want to keep your mind involved on the things that really move you instead of, you know, uh, getting away from that. And if the person that really loves you, right, if they really do, they're gonna do the same on their end. So they're gonna do the same on their end. And it's like I said, it's like that to a degree of relationship levels. Rastafarian advocacy. Believe me, that is to me is how you understand who you are. You conquer your problems, and they're not a problem no more, whatever it was, and you're ready for a relationship and be real about it. Be real about the things you want to do. Like you don't like me, I'm not malicious when it comes down to relationships as far as the things that you can say that hurt your lover. If anything, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to heal and build, whether we both came from, you know, situations where others can't understand. I want to learn my mate, my lover. I want to understand her. I want to experience things I've never experienced as far as being connected, is being respected and listening to one another. And these things takes time, but it can be done. It can be done, and that truth serum actually helps a lot. It helps extremely a lot because a person knows where you're coming from. They want to just grow with you. Like I said, at this point, now y'all both growing together. And it's a healing factor to some of the things that we all need that's healthy. Like I said, we all need. So I'm going to keep it all the way street. Hit the bell if you like me. Why not? You got to understand that a lot of situations in life turns to a learning spot if you open your mind. No one can learn if their mind closed. Nobody. Like even me, if my mind was closed, I couldn't learn anything. But because I opened my mind and I would like to listen to. Everybody has a time to talk and everybody has a time to listen. All of us. I chat on here a lot. But then like if we were like to talk casually, I'll probably say something and I'll say what I really mean and feel, but I won't talk too much. You see, I'm only doing that on here. So I'm one of those people where I say what I gotta say, and if you want to take the mic, go ahead. You understand? And it's me being me. Like I said, everybody has a time to talk, and everybody has a time to listen. We all have turns. That helps a relationship too, because you can over talk somebody and make them feel some type of way. Or you're a person like me to say what you got to say, leave it alone. You don't need to regurgitate it anymore. So that's how I look at it. Like, learn your mate. Learning your mate is to figure out the essence of the problems and how the problems can be fixed. Not just having problems. Like, how can it be fixed? You know, I want you to understand that. Like, seriously, like, it's as time flies, it's going to be something you can try to get together. And like I said, it's no time. The great words of Martin Luther King: "A mind is a terrible thing to waste." One of the greatest Americans that live. So how I look at it is, it's true. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. That's why I want to learn so much. And I say what I gotta say. If there's anybody that want to be my mate for the Rastafarian any day, I do my music. I have a good time. I don't really, you know, uh, get out of line. You know, I just do me, man. Like, at the end of the day, it's I believe it's just how you are. You're a person that's never gonna stop. Success can't come out. Learn from your mistakes. Mm, You know, like I said, I wanted to keep understanding and keeping it fun and friendly. Even my music that you heard, that's what I represent. No, the coffee is good. I'm just not gonna lie. Usually I drink tea, but no, it's just like I said. It's your mindset. Or what are you prepared to do? Like, remember, life is unforgivable. It's beautiful, but it is a two-way street, if you know what I mean. Where you can choose to complain and not figure out what the solutions can be for the situation. And relationships is usually like that. When you talk to somebody, you gotta learn them. You have to learn them. You know. And like I said, man, just freak it and be an adult about the whole situation. Hey, mistakes always happen with human beings. Ain't nobody walking around here perfect. Nobody. But at the end of the day, make sure your mistakes is not permanent. Make sure you can correct them. Because the last thing you want to do is get to a situation where now you're stuck because of your mistakes. Do you really want to live like that? I know I am sure though. So I'm not gonna put myself in that predicament. See, I'm too smart for that. That's why I date casually. And I don't let things, especially if it's the energy that I don't need. I might have a good time, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be a person that I want to be. To key, you understanding me? Rastafarian on the islands, pulling mermaids to be loved and admired, but fierce like the tiger. I know I'm made to be scuba diving. Hmm? You know, also saying too. Let y'all listen to one of my tracks with me actually doing R&B as well, because I do different things. I do all types, but they're they're nice. What people say. But long story short, I want to get back to my point. I love music. Music's universal. Food is universal. I have both of those on my channel. I have food and I have music. So I'm not just talking. It's just saying a bunch of stuff. No, I'm actually doing it in the world. I'm actually trying to bring people together. That's just what it is. But everybody doesn't, have their own way of learning, their own way of thinking. And once again, free minds think how they want. I'm not gonna ever tell nobody to think or do what I do. I just know the things that I've learned and seen works consistent with me. That's all that is. And I notice that things can be good, but depends on how you are, how you look at it, how your understanding is, how much of your grind it is for you to really figure it out on your own. I figured it out on my own. I'm not saying that I didn't have people who, were loyal to their mate and it came to bad anyway. Because it happens. But know that God made many people, not just one. And there's a bunch of tribes out there. So you got to figure that out too. Yeah, some people don't like to lose. But once again, when it come down to flesh and skin, no one's perfect. Remember, it take a village to raise one person. Take a lifetime to get to know them. I've gotten older, so I don't want to be hurt. So I develop rules. No concerning. I just develop rules. That's it. That's it. The rules applies to everything I want to do. I don't question it. I just do what I got to do. So once again, out there in the world, for all the fans and family, you know, once again, it's the Rastaman. And I'm keeping it wavy like the oceans. For the women out there, I'll be scuba diving. Yes, it will be rising. So, just, you know, keep your mind positive. Last thing you want to do is, um, the last thing you want to do is commit yourself to somebody who doesn't care about you, as your value means nothing. So if you're willing to commit, you're willing to be loyal, you're willing to know what family is, and these things I'm asking, that's not too much to ask. I've asked other women. If you look at my channel, other women said, "No, that's not a lot. That's not a lot to ask." Random women I just come up talk to. Hey, what's up? And kick a conversation. We be back talking. We doing what we do. And I might stumble into a question I just said just now. Well, is that too much to ask? They'll be like, no. Because everything that I'm asking aligns to what relationships are built on. It's not getting away from the real mission of it all, you know? And that's just the truth. My bad, y'all. I was doing something. But I'm just saying, it's like I said, it's a real constant growth, what I've learned. And I be talking to people with sense. I don't just be talking. Some people just talk. So, it's just like I said, it's understanding and what you want to do, what you want to persevere in life. Um, what type of mental strengths you have, you know. So that's what I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to leave today. Um, I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and like I said, real life conversation with people. Um, I'm just showing you that you know life is an ongoing sequel, and learning is at a must. At a must. No one knows all. I'm telling you now, no one knows all because it's many of us. So it doesn't matter what part of the tribe, what area, what flag you represent. it all goes down to one thing: being understanding to why you're here. That's it. That is it. And that's what I wanted to leave with y'all today. And once again, keep it all the way street on my feet. If you're watching my channel, support me. By what? Subscribe and hit the bell and like me. That's it. Doesn't take much. And I'm going to keep spreading the positivity. Opening up the gift so you can unravel it. All right, one love.